Friends, in this video, I will be talking about how to set up pen testing lab. So why do we need to set up pen testing lab? Because if you access a computer without permission or authorization, it's illegal. Of course, we do not want that, right? And also, if we do the pen testing on the lab, and this will not affect production system, so we can isolate the production system from the labs. And also lab can be built in accordance with the requirements, or in other words, it's more flexible. And also we do not need physical devices, and the cost will be lower. And to do this, very important technology is virtualization, and we can call it hypervisor based virtualization. And as you can see on the right, the hypervisor based virtualization has different layers. The lowest level is the hardware, like PC, like a notebook, or even the server hardware. And above this level should be the operating system. For example, like your Mac OS, your Windows, or the Linux. For me, I use Windows as my host OS. And the next level would be hypervisor. And there's several hypervisors available. For example, like VMware, for example, like the VirtualBox or others. And you can choose whatever you are comfortable with, right? And for me, I use VMware and the VirtualBox. So after we can install the hypervisor, and then we can install virtual machines. And inside each virtual machine, we can install everything, every applications or every utility you want. Okay. So next we need to choose the virtualization software just mentioned. I think there are two major flavors. The first one is the VMware, and the second one is VirtualBox. And of course, I've already opened up this website. You can download here. Accept. You can download the workstation player or professional edition. And also you can download the VirtualBox. I will add the links into the description section below so that you can download from such links. Okay. The installation itself is very easy. You just click the executable, and then click next until finish. Okay. And for me, I use both the VMware and VirtualBox because sometimes some machines will work well with the VMware. However, in other cases, the machines is working well with VirtualBox. So I recommend you deploy or install both of them. Okay, and let's go ahead. Next, we need to choose the pen testing distro. And of course, there are several distros for pen testing available. However, I think the two major distros are Kali Linux and Parallel OS. The Kali Linux is an open source Debian-based Linux distribution, which is used for the information security tasks. For example, like penetration testing, security research, the computer forensics, reverse engineering. Similarly, Parallel OS is also based on the Debian and also designed for security experts, developers, and privacy-aware people. I do not want to make a difference between them. And for me, my personal view, I like to use Kali Linux. So in all my courses, I will use Kali Linux as attacking machine. Okay. And I've already opened up the Kali Linux VM. As you can see, I'd like to quit. As you can see here, the Kali Linux VM, Kali Linux distro has so many built-in utilities which are categorized into these groups. For example, information gathering, vulnerability analysis, like Nmap. We will use Nmap very often, and also Nikto. I always use Nikto to do the emulation with web application. And next, there is web application analysis. The most important tools in this category would be Burp Suite and also the SQL map. Okay. Next would be database assessment, like SQL map, and also the password attacks. Yeah, the John Ripper, Hydra, Hashcat, Q, Crunch. I think Q, Crunch, Hashcat, Hydra, and John are so important. We need, as a pen tester, we need to know how to use. Yeah, very well. Okay. Next would be wireless attacks. The most famous tool in this category would be air crack. We can use this one to crack, can sleeve the packets of the Wi-Fi network, can crack the password for the Wi-Fi network. Okay, although it can support, as you can see over here, Bluetooth. Next one is reverse engineering. Some sorts of like GD GUI, and also the exploitation tools like such as Sprite. Yeah, I use this utility for many times. In almost every case, I will use such as Sprite to search the vulnerabilities or exploit for specific surface. And also the MSF payload creator. Okay, and the next one is sleeving and spoofing, like Skippy. Skippy is so powerful, which can allow us to create packet, allow us to send and receive packets, can allow us to manipulate or forge packets. So very powerful. And also this is some sort of the module which can be imported in our Python program. In most cases, yeah, we need to use it as third-party module rather than stand-alone shell. Okay. Next one would be post exploitation. For example, like Weebly. Yeah, Weebly can help us to generate web shell, and also like Evo, Vim, RM, if the target is Windows machine. In such case, we need to use this one to connect or to get the command shell. Okay, and also the Netcat, Mimikatz. Okay, next, forensics. Of course, because this series of video will be surrounding pen testing, so I will not talk about very much about forensics itself, and also reporting tools, and also like social engineering tools, Matico, MSF payload create later. So the same utility will be fall into different categories, okay, which doesn't matter. So let's go back our PowerPoint. So the Kali Linux has already installed pen testing tools by default. So many important tools, yeah, like Burp Suite, Metasploit, so powerful. This one, SQL map and map, John Ripper. Next, we need to install the Kali Linux into our hypervisor, like VMware or VirtualBox. So, yeah, the installation itself is very easy. For you, we just, go to, this website of the, the Kali Linux official website. If you're a beginner, I recommend you download this one. You can go into this one and select the hypervisor you are running, for example, like a VMware or VirtualBox, and then you can click and download. And then after you download this image, and then you can, as you can see, we can open up the VirtualBox, and then we can import appliance and navigate to the file where your Kali Linux is located. Okay, I will not be going to do that because the installation or importing are very, very easy. Yeah, the first step would be download image of Kali Linux from the official website, and then we need to decompress the downloaded file. And for example, we can use WinIR and can launch VirtualBox or VMware to import the Kali Linux image. And next, we need to configure network settings for Kali Linux VM. Very important. Okay, so basically, the VMware, whatever you choose, like a VMware or VirtualBox, the network collection options would be similar. And the three types of networking available for the virtual machines. And each type has its own use and behaviors and features. The first networking collection should be NAT, network address translation. And of course, if you want the virtual machine to access internet, I recommend you select this one, NAT. And next one is bridged. Yeah, I don't suggest you select this one because although it also can provide us with the internet access, however, from my personal view, it's not so safe as a NAT mode. Okay, next I will explain what each mode means. Okay, and the last option would be host earning. As this name implies, this mode, if the machine or virtual machine is configured as this mode, and then this virtual machine cannot access internet. Yeah, I always use this mode to configure the victim VM because this one will be safe, okay, for us. And let me explain about each mode. The first one is a NAT mode. As you can see, the VirtualBox of VMware will, this is our host, and will virtualize the switch. Yeah, this is the virtual switch. Of course, this is not physical switch at all. And this switch, the every machine, if you configure your machine as NAT mode, and then every machine will be connected to the virtual switch. And then this virtual switch will be connected to the host logically, okay? And this port number will be acting as the NAT gateway. So every IP address will be netted before going outside. All right, so this is what the NAT mode means. And next one is bridged. The bridged, not like NAT mode. Yeah, as you can see, this is our VirtualBox host, and every virtual machine, including our host machine itself, will be connected to the physical switch outside this machine, or outside this, outside this host. As you can see, this is our host, the IP address of a host, and this is our the first virtual machine, and the second virtual machine, and the third virtual machine. So every machine, including our host, will get the IP address from the DHCP server, or can be configured to static IP address. Okay, so I think it's clear. And the last option would be host earning. yeah, very similar to the NAT. Yeah, inside our host will logically virtualize one switch. Of course, this switch is a virtual switch, not physically existent, and every virtual machine will be connected to this switch, including the host itself will virtualize some IP address, and so the host only virtual machine also can communicate with the host with this IP address, and this is the the IP address of the physical network interface. Okay, so this one, all all machines, all virtual machines cannot access to the internet. Okay, so and this is my suggested network collections plans for Kali Linux and Victim, or for our own pen testing lab. I suggest you doing the same way. The Kali Linux we can configure to have two network interfaces, and one of them can be configured as a NAT mode, and another one can be configured as host only. So the Kali Linux will use the host only interface to communicate with the victim, the first victim machine, the second victim virtual machine, and the third victim virtual machine. Okay. However, we need to, for the Kali Linux, we need to have internet access, and this can be done or obtained by this interface, which is configured as NAT mode. So by this interface, we can update our Kali Linux, we can install package, we can install tools. Okay, let's go back to our VirtualBox. As you can see, for the Kali Linux, we click Settings and navigate to Network tab, and the VirtualBox can support up to 4 adapters. For us, we just use, for Kali Linux, we use 2 of them. The first adapter, as you can see, I configured it as NAT mode. And for the second adapter or interface, I configured it as host only. Okay, so let me cancel. And for the victim, for example, this one, this one, in the first video, I already completed this machine. I didn't explain that at that time. And we can click Settings. You go to Network. As you can see over here, I select the host only mode for this adapter. For victim, we just, what we need is 1 adapter. Yeah, this is enough. Okay. So I think that's all I'd like to cover, and then we are ready to go. See you there.